Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Preimesberger, editor of eWEEK. Thanks for joining us for this latest version of eWEEK eSpeaks, the series of one-on-one interviews on Zoom that eWEEK has been doing. Our guest today is Niko Korolog. Niko is a young entrepreneur in a lot of ways. He's a composer, a musician, a technologist too, and he's creating some very interesting new wave music for various purposes. Niko, welcome.
Thank you so much, Chris.
So tell us a little bit about your background and exactly how you're using your talents right now with AI.
Absolutely. So I'm a conservatory trained traditional music composer. I've been writing music for video games since at least 2010. I've worked with companies like Oculus, Razer, numerous small independent video game developers. And also I write pop music. I write music for television. I have contracts with like 5 different publishers. So like I'm all over the place in terms of like my business pursuits. But I'm here today, I guess, to talk about a brand of AI generated music that I've released in partnership with a company called Boomy.
That's Boomy, not MI, as in the Dell Data Integration Company. This is Boomy, and what do they do?
Boomy is a Silicon Valley startup in the music space. And basically what Boomy does is has an AI algorithm that they've created and allows anybody to set a few parameters and then automatically generate a chunk of music. And then even publish that music.
Okay. And then where does the AI come into play?
So AI is actually used to create the music that Boomy is publishing and selling. I've actually, as an independent contractor, contributed some probabilistic composition algorithms to their system, as well as several series of audio samples and sound design assets that their system uses to generate this music.
This is great. Can you give us an example of how this works?
Sure. Let me see. I have to bring up Spotify.
That's fine.
Give me one. There's an advertisement.
So you have distribution on Spotify and any other places?
Well, Spotify, yeah. So the Boomy platform allows you to distribute music anywhere. Because of my relationship with this company as an independent contractor, I was able to launch my own brand of AI-generated music that I'm calling Cookie Slime, and I'm going to play a little bit of that right now.
Cookie Slime, that's very creative.
Well, I mean, the branding, I feel like, is something that I put a lot of time and effort into to accurately reflect how fun and random and crazy this music sounds. So I'm going to play a little bit on Spotify.
All right. Okay, that one's called Little Square Cubes, I saw.
Little Square, that's actually one of my own favorites. I've been experimenting with how I can use these little clips of music in my own media. And I found that this particular song, it's funny. It sounds funny.
It does.
So I've used it as like stinger music for like a deadpan joke on Instagram, for instance. And I've gotten several placements in TikTok videos and that kind of thing. 31,000 plays in the last 3 weeks of this music across platforms. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. A really great way to spend the coronavirus lockdown.
Now, do you use a keyboard for this, or what instrument do you?
No. That music is 100% generated with AI using the Boomy composition system.
Okay, so but when you start, I don't totally understand how you actually create it though. Is it done with a keyboard on your laptop or your phone, or do you type in a code or what?
So this is the composition system is a customized version of software that is freely available to the public. And Boomy has been developing this software as its own proprietary system. And so that system is what I'm using to create this music.
Okay, but how did you give the music its humor and its personality?
So a lot of this stuff that is generated via AI is not that great. There's a lot of work goes into listening to it, filtering out what you think sounds good or what sounds like a specific mood. And then also Boomy's system uses machine learning.
Wow.
And so it will keep track of like what preferences you have and then adjust over time.
Okay, so you can tell, can you program in or tell the program that you want something kind of humorous or you want something serious?
So it doesn't have, this is a big question in AI, right? Like, can AI have like emotion or mood? I would say from a philosophical standpoint, you could probably program a computer to create things in a specific mood if you gave it the right template. Whether or not a computer can actually like understand how to create that mood on its own, that's something that I have no idea.
Okay. Well, we're going to learn it as we go along. I think you're out there, you're kind of one of the pioneers out there of this new art form. It's really a new art form, isn't it?
Sure, absolutely. I would say that, yes, maybe it's a new art form. A lot of people have been doing similar stuff to this in academics for a long time. It seems to me that Boomy is one of the first companies that's really commercializing it in a way that is consumable by the general public.
Okay.
I personally, as a composer, I have my own research into algorithmic composition that I'm applying for like film soundtracks and placement music for television and that kind of thing.
Okay.
And it's totally possible for other composers to use things like C Sound or Max MSP, other audio programming languages, to do very similar stuff to this.
Okay. Very good. So, and I guess in closing, Niko, who are going to be the end users of this? Is this going to be mostly video, like video games or television or movies or web or what?
So that's a good question. Independently, I've been exploring as many different possibilities as I possibly can. One of them is cookie slime. Other ones are using AI within the production of pop music or music in other genres.
Right.
So an end user there might be somebody listening to the radio. The end user for Cookie Slime would be people listening on Spotify or putting their music in funny videos in TikTok or Instagram. The end user for Boomy is anybody who wants to create AI-generated music.
Great. So if they want to find out more, would they go to Boomy, BOOMY.com or .net?
Boomy.com.
.com.
Also, check out the brand Cookie Slime
Okay.
on Spotify. And all of those tracks are available to be dropped into your TikTok and Instagram videos.
Very cool. Niko Korolog, I want to thank you very much for your time. You are, like I said, an interesting combination of innovation and technology and classical music training.
Thanks so much, Chris.
Okay, Niko. And everybody following along, thank you very much for watching our show today, and have a great rest of your eWEEK. Thanks for joining us on eWEEK eSpeaks. Go to eWEEK.com to hear more conversations with IT thought leaders.